So, I'm going to do this or that. Yes, very exciting. Okay, but. Yes. I'm pretty sure you guys remember the rules, but we'll go over them real quick. I will read a question out to you guys, and then I'll have you guys stand on whichever side of the room that most closely matches your opinion on that. The big dots are for stronger feelings, so if you're all the way on this side of the room, or all the way on this side of the room, you're feeling strong about that opinion. If you're closer to the middle, what? No. If you're closer to the middle, you feel just a little more mildly about it. Like, okay, maybe a little bit. But there is no middle dot. You need to stand on something. Have an opinion. There are no wrong answers. So, yes. For example, with this one, you have candy or fries. I'm more fries. I'm going to be right here. I'm like, you know what? Candy upsets my stomach. I don't like it. I'm fries. Not all the way, but I'm fries. So that's what I would choose. Once you've picked a spot, you're going to talk to others about why you chose to stand there. I'm going to call on people. I might call randomly. I might just feel like calling random people out. To talk about why you chose to stand where you stood. You can use the size and color of the dots to explain where you are. So if you're more towards the middle,
I like blue. I like yellow.
for example, oh wait, Big Blue, fries are vegetables, man.
No, they're not, man.
They're greasy.
They're fried vegetables.
They're not good for you.
But
Aren't
are
fries
on my
good?
big green side because candy rocks. Guys, I'll just told you just because I can't chase. If you don't feel strongly, you might say I like them both, but I guess I'm more small green. If I was forced to pick one, I would pick candy. So basically, if you had to choose, you're probably more towards the middle. So, are we ready to play? Alrighty. I'm gonna do this.
Can you go to full screen?
I can't. It doesn't work. I'm gonna do this first one with y'all because I think I know what you're gonna do. So, first one. Which movement do you think had the bigger impact on the civil rights movement? The March on Washington or the Albany movement? Yes. I figured.
Is there a correct answer to this?
Gordon, are you on that side? You can't be 50. You have to pick a side.
Wait. Just kidding.
70-20 is 90%.
Yo, you're not. No,
Riley.
no. This means.
Okay. So, I'll start with March on Washington side. Who wants to say why they believe that side had a bigger impact?
Just pick a random person.
Kayla. Guys. Okay, Kayla, go.
Because they only intended for 1,000 people to come, but it ended up being twice as much as he expected, and it was really like seen everywhere. It kind of inspired a lot of people in in Martin Luther King's speech that day, which is really powerful, and it inspired a lot of people to like look at things differently.
They had 250,000 people there, yes, big. They had a lot of speeches there. It pushed a lot. It helped get the Civil Rights Act passed. Yeah. Anyone else want to add something to that?
I'm
Your little blue dot? Do you want to tell me why you're little blue instead of big blue?
Because the Albany movie still had a impact, even though it failed, it still persuaded and pushed marches, and people were more active after.
And what MLK know to not do.
Okay, so you're
But it
saying.
didn't get too full fast like it was.
Yeah. So you're saying because
This was the final straw that actually ended segregation. This still had an
You're just
impact.
comparing to chapter.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll make the argument for the Albany movement though. That no, I'll make the argument because the Albany movement failed, but without the failure, they wouldn't have learned how to have a success like the March on Washington. They wouldn't have learned how to organize the March on Washington. They wouldn't have learned how to properly promote it.
Somebody.
I was gonna say that. I promise.
Wow, that's dumb.
Just totally.
You lose somebody would have? Okay, that's fair. Always someone.
And maybe there would have been a different
Yes.
player.
Especially Rudolph.
Yeah. No, you're right.
What? The dude
The-
who organized
the-
March on
he
Washington
was the
was named
organizer.
Rudolph.
But yes. So I'll say the Albany movement. I'll say the Albany movement had a bigger impact on the civil rights movement because it had an impact on the March on Washington itself.
Was it Rudolph?
What?
Is it Rudolph?
Randall.
You're thinking of the red-nosed reindeer.
No, it's not.
Anyways, okay. I'll let you guys do this one on yourselves. You ready?
No. Sure.
Which group do you think had the biggest impact on the civil rights movement? The SCLC or SNCC?
I'm gonna let you go. Come on, go Chelsea.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
smaller blue dot. I'm a really small blue dot.
Okay.
Nick only lasted 10 years.
Yeah, Snake did sit in, we also had not talking to you, Liberty buses, stuff like that. Everything else. Everything else we learned about was SLC.
Okay. Is everyone where they want to be?
Your professor's gonna love me.
Alrighty. So, I'll hear from the SCLC first. Who wants to explain why they're over there?
Big blue, little blue.
Big Blue first. Big Blue first. Chase, go ahead.
They had Martin Luther King.
They had Martin Luther King. Okay. Why was that a big deal?
Cause he was the leader of civil rights.
Okay.
Seen as the leader.
It's a good point though. It's a good point. All right. Anyone from more towards the middle want to speak up? Someone I haven't heard yet.
Which side?
Middle blue. Laura Lee, go ahead.
The CLC, I think the CLC was very helpful because Ethan's distracting me. They ran most of the movements they had, got both of the civil rights acts, funded the March on Washington, they did the Birmingham, they did, I don't even know what else. But they also lasted way longer than SNCC. SNCC only lasted 10 years. So we've had an impact for over 60, they've only had 10 years of impact. So.
Okay. So, fairings, especially legal-wise, with passing bills, they did have a lot more involved politically. They're still around today, but what does that have to do with the civil rights movement and being around today?
They're still
here, but in
helping
terms of
fight for the civil rights movement.
but the civil rights movement in technicality ended in '65 by
You
standard.
telling me we fixed everything? You
By
yourself
sta-
said we still have problems.
We still do have problems. I'm saying by standard,
Legally.
65. For this unit, 65.
Yeah.
All right, Kayla, you want to do the big green
Yeah.
for SNCC?
I think because just because of the fact that they were college students, like they were like students, like kids, probably like 18, 19 through 20 and all that. Like they were kids, even though they were young, they still knew how bad they were being treated, and they still knew that they didn't deserve to be treated like that. And I feel like if you have younger people telling you like this is not right, it's like everybody is trying to tell them that the segregation wasn't bad, and like and they did like sit-ins and stuff like that. But I think like just because they were like students and they still knew, even if they weren't like old, they still knew that what was going on wasn't right.
Okay, so they had that youthful, kind of youthful energy. Youth can be marketable too. Anyone in the small green want to say anything? Go ahead, shopping.
I said SNCC because they had an impact in colleges. They had the sit-ins, freedom riders. And they also helped out with the Albany movement.
Okay, so they had that civil disobedience.
Without it failing.
They had
So you said the March on Washington had more impact.
And yet you chose SNCC for their help with the Albany movement?
But it failed.
But it failed.
I'm not on here because of the
If the Albany movement didn't
She's over
fail,
here,
we
cut.
never had
You're
a
over here, Kashala.
All right. Are you guys ready for the last one?
Yeah. You better be like, go home.
All right. Which event do you think had the most impact on the civil rights movement? Brown v. Board of Education or the Civil Rights Act of 1964?
Brown v. Board.
We'll see. We will see.
It's Brown v. Board.
Or the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Guys, can you clear the board so people can see?
AKA your phone.
Well, they need to see too. They can see.
Yeah, sure.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Is everyone where they want to be? Is everyone where they want to be? Okay. We'll start with Brown v. Board. Everyone seems to be really heavy on that one that's over there. Who wants to speak?
Yes. Khalid does. He said he's gonna say what I said.
Yeah, Khalid, say it.
Khalid, do you want to go?
I guess not. So without shut up. So the Civil Rights Act actually, so that's like more of the ending of the civil rights movement, and the Brown v. Board of Education was like, it's what started to take off, and it started integration, and it started movements, because some people were against it, while most people were like with it, and people that were with it started to speak out towards the people that were against it, and that just kind of started the whole.
Okay. Does anyone else want to speak for Brown v. Board? I think Allie does.
No, I don't.
I think Allie does.
I don't. Why are you on that subject? I don't want to. I just don't want to say it out loud.
Because you don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, I do.
Carter gets that.
I think
Kaden should
talk.
Should we make? Should we make?
He wants to go. He raised his hand.
No, he did the opposite actually.
Why are you hiding behind him?
Jason.
I'm gonna force one of y'all to go.
Kaden should go.
Force Alex. Force Alex. Then you can force me to go.
Angel, you're the one. Go for it.
It's more important because like she was able to get into school by protesting, and like she actually like changed like.
And she changed a lot of things. Like she changed a lot of things.
Did you remember the student's name?
Something Brown.
Linda Brown.
Yeah.
Okay, so the integration of school kind of. What did it overturn? Do you guys remember the court case it overturned?
The Frank.
Plessy versus Ferguson.
That was
No, I didn't. I said.
So yes, so the argument I'm hearing is it kind of started the snowball of ending segregation.
That one.
Okay, so we'll start with Far Green over here with the Civil Rights Act. Who wants to go for it? Kelsey?
Kelsey wants to go.
Well, it's got to be one of you. Kelsey or Leyland has to do it. You're the only two Far Green.
Wait, what?
Carter's in Far
Who's
Green.
over here too? I think Carter, he's in the Carter.
Carter, you want to go?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Carter.
I'm not over here.
I said the Civil Rights Act
Guys.
64 because it like desegregated. Wait. It desegregated everything, and this only desegregated it's like schools.
Yeah, but it started to desegregate.
Okay.
You wouldn't have had.
But Carter.
Riley, but
The
okay,
rights
one
act
school
needed
in Georgia.
So-
Like 12 states watch all four of them.
But what if this?
So you're saying if that didn't happen, this wouldn't happen?
I did not
Where's
say
that law?
that. I'm
That's
saying
exactly what you're
you
saying.
can't have an ending class.
So, Civil Rights Act did end segregation in all public
That
places.
wasn't the start. The start was.
But there is-
That's the first desegregation
there is
that
a-
happened.
Ali, you've not said a word.
Anyone quickly in Middle Green, really quickly. Kayla, quickly.
Because what's it called?
Like Carter said, they kind of desegregated everything. And like Brown Vacation, there was like kind of in the beginning where they did the schools and stuff like that. But okay.
There you go. Go